Hi everyone, this is Sherry again, also known as Mothership. This is going to be the second story in my videos that's called Experiences. So I hope you guys like it. It's a little bit strange, but these are stories that have happened to me in real life, and all the stories that I put into the experiences videos, they'll all be based on real life things. So in the first story that I did, we don't live in that same place anymore. So we live someplace else now, and now I'm about 5 years old. So between the from the time I was in my crib until 5 years old, I don't remember anything else like strange or out of the ordinary or anything like that that happened. So anyway, here's my story, my second story. So I was sitting up in my bedroom. I was alone. I was just by myself. And I was coloring in a picture that I drew. And I was up there a while. And then my mom had come up and she had this book in her hands. And it was like a big hardcover book. And she handed it to me. And she said, like, here, this is a pop-up book. This is really neat. And so she handed it to me, and then she went back downstairs. So I put the pop-up book back down, and then I started finishing coloring in what I was coloring in. And then I kept wondering, though, when I was coloring, like, what's a pop-up book? Because I've never seen a pop-up book like before, ever. And I never had a pop-up book before. So I don't even think I've ever heard of a pop-up book before that. So anyway, I got done my picture and I put it onto my bed, and then I sat back down and I picked up the book. So when this book opened, like from the hardcover itself, it was already attached to like the first pop-up picture. So there wasn't like a space between the cover and like any pages or anything. So when I opened it up, the first picture had popped up. But when it did, I had like this weird feeling. So I don't know if it was like just because I've never had a pop-up book before or even seen or heard of one. But I quick closed it back down. Like I closed it so the cover was shut again. So then I was just like thinking about it, and then I like opened it up again. A little bit more slowly this time than real fast. So I like kind of like opened it up slow, and I was like looking as I was opening it up. So then I had it open, but then like I felt like I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what was wrong. But like I felt like, I don't know, kind of like something was there with me, or I don't really know how to explain it, but I didn't feel like I was alone in my room anymore, put it that way. That's probably an okay way to explain it. So I knew I was alone, but like the way I felt was like, I know I'm not alone. So anyway, I closed the book again real fast, and I was just sitting there, and I just knew something was wrong. Just something was wrong. I just really didn't know what, but I knew something was wrong. So, and I didn't like the way I felt, that's for sure. And anyway, my mom happened to come back up, and she came back into my room. And as soon as she walked in, I told her, like, there's something wrong with this book. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's something wrong with this book. So she sat down next to me. She grabbed the book and she opened it. And then she started pulling like all the little tabs and stuff and turning each page and moving like all the little circle things. And, so like each thing was, besides just popping up, there were things around it that moved when you use the tabs and the circle things and stuff. So she went through each page and got through the whole book. She wasn't reading it to me. She was just like checking out, I guess, to make sure everything worked. And then when she was done and she got to the end of the book, she's like, "See, like there's nothing wrong with this book. It works just fine." And then she handed me the book back and then she went downstairs again. But like when I told her there was something wrong with the book, I didn't really mean like something was wrong with the book, like physically wrong with it, like that it didn't work. But it was like I really didn't know how to explain it to her because I didn't even really know what was going on. So anyway, as I sat there, I still had the book in my hands, which seems weird, but I did. And all of a sudden, like the fear, almost like a terror, it just came over me like so strong. And I knew somehow like I needed to get out of there. Like I needed to get out of there right now. So I like literally just like jumped up. And as I jumped up, I threw the book across the room and I just ran as fast as I could downstairs and I like dove onto the couch. So I'm just like sitting there on the couch and, you know, I was scared and I think the TV was on, so I probably like sat there and watched some TV and stuff. But anyway, like the feeling I had in my room, I didn't have down in the living room. So, um anyway, for whatever reason, I decided to take the couch pillows off because, like, I did that a lot because, like, you could always find, like, toys and money and like, cards and just different things that somehow always end up under couch pillows. So I was lifting up the couch pillows and looking for stuff, and a dime happened to be there. Like, and then I was just, like, so excited that I found a dime I went running back upstairs to my bedroom so I could put my dime into my piggy bank. So my piggy bank happens to be on top of the one dresser that's like really tall and I can't reach the top of it. So what I always did was I would pull the drawers out from the bottom, like starting at the bottom, and pull like a couple to a few of the drawers out, and then I would climb up those, like almost like a ladder or like a set of stairs. So, but I did that like all the time. It was like nothing new. That's how I would put my money into my piggy bank. So I did that. I put my dime in, and then I just turned around to walk out and to go back downstairs. Well, as I got to the top of the steps, I just remember like, oh, like I forgot to shut the drawers. So I walked back into my room to go shut the drawers. And as I got like right into the doorway, like not quite into my room the whole way, but like partially into my room and kind of, I guess, partially still in the hallway. Like as I did that, my dresser drawers slammed shut one by one. I mean, one by one slammed shut, and they slammed shut hard. So it was just like boom, 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 like that. And I just ran to the top of the stairs and I didn't even run down the steps. I was running and I just jumped. That's how scared I was. It terrified me. So I just did the jump. I didn't make it the whole way to the bottom of the landing at the steps. So as I landed, there were still a few steps there that I actually like kind of like hit and rolled, but then I bashed into the wall where the landing is because I was just in midair and hit the thing. I was just flying, put it that way. And so anyway, I started to like scream and cry, and my mom ran over and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like she thought I fell, and she like picked me up. She took me over to the couch, and she's like, saying things a mom would say is basically, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, how did you fall? Because I never fell down the steps before. So anyway, I was trying to tell her like I didn't fall, I didn't fall, and I told her about my dresser drawers. I'm like how they slammed shut so hard, so fast, so loud, one by one. And anyway, she um I'm assuming she just thought like it was like my imagination or something like that. But what she did tell me was from now on, don't open your dresser drawers anymore to climb up. She's like, if you have money, like I'll help you. Like she would get my piggy bank down for me, I think is what she was basically trying to tell me. So, I guess from that happening, I wasn't, allowed to climb up on the dresser anymore to do this. So, which at that point didn't bother me any because I was so scared. I didn't even know what to do. So, anyway, days and days went by after that. And every time I would go into my bedroom, I would walk in real slow. And then, like, I was just totally scared to even be in my bedroom anymore. Like, it just wasn't the same. And it didn't feel the same because no matter if I was in there in the daytime or at night, I still felt something like, you know, that I know something's there. I don't know what it is. But I didn't have peace at all in my bedroom anymore. It was just like a scary place for me. And, I don't know. Anyway, just to try to get this story, as short as I can. It's hard to do because, like, I don't normally talk about things like this. So, anyway, this was like days and days later. And, back then, a kid doesn't really have a whole thing of time. So, I mean, it could have been a week later. It could have been 2 weeks tops. I know it wasn't a long time span. But anyway, I happened to find a whole bunch of coins, and I was so excited. I ran to my bedroom, opened up the bottom drawer, the next drawer up, the next drawer up, made my little ladder or stairs, whatever, and started putting all those coins into my piggy bank. And I was so excited. And all of a sudden, my dresser just fell right on top of me. And I was so little, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't move. I couldn't move my arms, my nothing. I was like being crushed by this dresser. So anyway, like I remember like it was starting to get really hard for me to breathe, and I was just literally, I guess, being crushed. So anyway, as I'm laying there, and I couldn't even yell for help because I couldn't even like take a deep breath in to even be able to yell for help. But anyway, somehow, like, I don't know, it might have been like a mother's instinct or something, I'm not sure. But as this was happening, I guess somehow she must have either felt to come up there or maybe she just had to come up there for something. So anyway, to make a long story short, I heard a voice also, right before my mom got into the room. I heard a voice that was like really, really deep but like really, really deep. N- Not just like a regular deep voice. It was like just so, so deep. And it said something to me that I don't want to repeat because I don't want to jinx myself somehow in any way with anything. But it said like one sentence, and my mom walked into the room, and my mom like literally like she screamed when she walked into the room because there I was being crushed under a dresser. So anyway, she like lifted the dresser up off me right away. She picked me up, and I could breathe. I was like breathing like really fast, and like none of my bones got broken. Like I didn't have any broken ribs. I didn't have like a broken arm. Nothing on my body was broken. Um, I just was under there, and I know I was being crushed, and I know I could hardly breathe. Like I could hardly breathe at all. So I couldn't cry. I couldn't, take a breath to yell for my mom. Nothing. I was just being crushed. So anyway, after that, I never climbed back up on my dresser to put money in my piggy bank, mind you, because that was so intense, and there was just no way. There was no way I don't even know, to be honest, if I even ever opened that dresser's drawers again because of the fear that was inside of me and stuff of, just being near the dresser at all. So anyway, and honestly, I don't know if what happened all there came from that book, like to start with somehow, but it was a new book. It didn't look old or anything like that. So I don't understand it. And like I said, maybe it was just the timing of the book with the things that happened. But, I climbed up and down that dresser a zillion times over. Never did before that did my drawers just slam shut by themselves. And never before that did the dresser ever even move, even wobble, or even anything, yet alone to just slam down on top of me like that. So, I feel, I'm 54 years old, and I really feel that there was something that appeared somehow, whether it was from the book or not, into my bedroom and just, you know, I guess it just wanted to hurt me, and I don't know. So that's all I can really say about that. The I still to this day I don't know what that was or why, you know. And like I said, I've had a lot of strange things that have happened to me throughout my life, and just gonna tell stories about them like this, and and maybe there's other people out there that stuff like this had happened to them too. And I know I'm not crazy. I know the things that happened to me weren't like a dream or anything like that. I know everything's real. And, I know I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm not like, I don't even know what words to use because I'm just a regular person. And, and the people that know me, they know I have two disabled adult children. They still live with me. They've lived with me their whole lives. They both use wheelchairs their whole lives. And, I've taken great care of them. They're great, awesome people. They're just incredible. They're awesome. And, um, I just have no idea, what happened. So, anyway, that was my second story. And, you know, hope everyone's enjoying my stories, and maybe I'll come across people that have had stuff like happen like that to them too someday. You never know. And or maybe somebody that's going through stuff that might be similar to some of the things I went through, that maybe, at least they'll know they're not alone in this world, and they're not the only ones that, you know, really strange things have happened to. So, all right, guys and gals, everyone have a nice day and night. And I hope you enjoyed my story. And it is a real life story. And I'll try to, keep making some more stories sometimes. All right. Well, thanks for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.